Hey there, I get questions from real estate investors all the time about Dupage County and more specifically Section 8 in Dupage County. And the questions I get are along the lines of how much can I get for rent, how much will Section 8 pay me, and really do I have to accept Section 8 altogether? So I'm Mark Ganley, partner, GC Realty Development, co-host of Chicago's #1 real estate investment podcast, Straight Up Chicago Investor. Check it out. In my 20 plus years career here of a property manager and investor, we've leased over 5,000 units, managed over 6,000 properties, and completed over 60,000 work orders. So anything real estate in the Chicago market, I can definitely help you with. So back to Section 8 here in Dupage County. If you are looking to rent your place out, the first question is, do I have to accept Section 8? And technically, yes, you do, because the Illinois Fair Housing Act includes discrimination of source of income as being a violation. And source of income means that if a tenant applies and they have income from somewhere specific, in this case with Section 8, it's government assistance, you cannot discriminate against that source of income. So the law isn't written, you can't discriminate against Section 8 specifically, it's the source of income that they're getting. So keep that in mind. So first and foremost, you have to consider that in your applicant pool. Now, there's times when it doesn't make sense, right? So in Naperville, I believe for a 4-bedroom, it's roughly $3,600 or $3,700 that Section 8 will pay. But you might be able to get $5,000 market rent for that property. So in that scenario there, it just doesn't make financial sense, and the tenant would be disqualified just based on that. You're not discriminating against their source of income. You're basically saying that because the numbers don't make sense. So first and foremost, we'll get that out of the way. But secondly, how much will they pay? I just kind of went over a payment standard for Naperville for a 4-bedroom, but how do I find out about my 2-bedroom in Addison or my 3-bedroom in Bentonville? And it's pretty easy. You're going to simply Google up Dupage Housing Authority, which is who governs Section 8 in Dupage County. And if you want even more specific, you'll Google up Dupage Housing Authority payment standards. And they'll literally list every single town, studio apartment through, I think, 6-bedroom, and it'll tell you how much you'll pay. But that's not the end all be all. So back to the example I just gave you in Naperville, where for a 4-bedroom, they might pay $36 and some change. Let's just say $36.50 for the sake of this video. That $36.50 represents if you as the owner are paying electric, gas, and water. Then at that point, DHA will pay you that full $36.50. Now, let's be real. One of the benefits of renting a single-family home is you can put water, gas, electric, landscape. You put all those things on the tenant for them to pay. So that being said, you look at that $36.50 number, and every utility you're going to put on the tenant to pay, that number will come down a little. Now, I don't know the exact science of this. I'm not sure 100% there is, but if you basically what we do here at GC Realty is we will take $100 off for each utility. So say the tenant's going to pay gas, electric, water. We'll basically reduce what we see online that the payment standard is for $36.50, and we'll deduct $100 for each one. So that'd be $33.50 that we could say, all right, if we have a 4-bedroom here in Naperville, and it's going to be, call it roughly $3,300, $3,400, we can make Section 8 work. But anything above that, we're not going to. So it's pretty spelled out, and it's right online. You can find that information. You have to make sure that you are treating Section 8 applicants the same as always. I always kind of have this conversation with people because for so many years, people in Dupage County and call it just the suburbs just simply opted out of wanting to rent to Section 8. And now, not only do you not have the choice, but it's also actually not a horrible option as a landlord. For me, over the years, I've had a majority of my real estate investments be Section 8 tenants. Right now, the portfolio that we manage at GC, about 10% of them are Section 8 housing vouchers. And listen, like anything in life, there's pros and cons. So if you have any additional questions about Section 8, whether it be in Dupage County, Cook County, or even City of Chicago, which is CHA, which is the trickiest one, reach out. You can reach out to gcrealtyinc.com. If you're reading this on our website, you can fill out a form, and we'd love to talk to you. See you soon.